Big data is not just really big data set. Volume is just one factor of big data. Yes, big data means slightly larger amount of data. Sometimes even the data set size is manageable, but it is so complex, it's slightly different, so it becomes difficult to handle using conventional tools. What are they? So big data is not just about volume. So big data is about size, that is volume, and it is not just about volume. There are other aspects like variety. The data can be in text format, numerical is most widely used data table that we are aware of. Dataset can be images, audio, video, social network data, semantic web data, structured data, semi-structured data, XML files, multidimensional arrays, etc. Basically, the dataset can be of any type. If it is different from numerical data, then it will be difficult for traditional data handling tool to actually analyze or capture, curate such kind of data. So big data is about volume, variety, and velocity. What is velocity? Generally, what does an analysis mean? Generally what we think is, here is a data set, okay, we will plan an analysis, we execute, we build a model, and finally we come up with the analysis results. It might take some time. Sometimes it might take 1 month, 2 months, or even 3 months. But in big data, sometimes you will not have 3 months to analyze and come back with the result. By 3 months, that phenomenon will be over. Something like stock exchange data. Then the stocks will come in a streaming manner. The data is not static. The data keeps on growing, so second by second. You have to analyze that data there and then, and you have to come up with the results. Forget about analyzing the streaming data, even e-commerce data, social media data, where the data keeps on coming. You just can't take one static data set and start analyzing it. The data keeps on coming. So volume, variety, velocity, in fact there are many other aspects, these are being added up to the definition of big data. So big data is not just about size or volume, it is about variety, velocity, and there are so many other types of V's that are being added to big data. In simple terms, any data that is difficult to handle by traditional tools, whatever may be the reason, whether it is volume is too high, the data set type is different, the data structure is different, or it is streaming data. Here are some of the examples of big data. Stock exchange transactional data, the huge amount of data for all the stocks, and second by second what are all the variations in that. Stock exchange data, voice clips data, video clips data. You will be collecting a lot of videos from the security cams that are set up in all the airports and railway stations. Can we take that data and analyze it? Social network data, smartphone generated data, from data generated from all our smartphones. There are so many apps that are gathering the data. Weblog data, e-commerce customers data. All these data sets are really huge. There, some of them are video, some of them are voice, some of them are structured, semi-structured data. So volume, whereas some of them are streaming data like social network data and everything. It comes regularly. So these are some of the examples of big data. So that is what big data is. What can be done with big data? Okay, this is big data. Why should we worry about big data? So what can be done with big data? Here are some examples of some applications of big data. So there is this company Ford. What Ford does in 4 million vehicles. So basically Ford is a huge company which produces all these cars and SUVs. So they have put their sensors, there are some sensors that are arranged in these 4 million vehicles. So from the sensors they collect so much of data every day, second by second. Whenever the vehicle is in active position, these sensors are sending so much of data to Ford servers. What are they doing? They are analyzing that sensors data to improve the quality of the vehicles. They are even predicting the fatal accident before just it occurs. So they have all the data of the vehicles that met with an accident, all the data of the vehicles that were just about to meet with an accident, all the data of the vehicles, sensor data from the vehicles that already met with a fatal accident. Using that data, they are building models that will predict just before 2 minutes, or just before 2 seconds, or in the split second before the fatal accident is going to happen. If you can predict that, somehow you can uh, build your car, or somehow you can build some features that will reduce the fatality of the accident. Maybe the air balloons will open up automatically, or something or the other. So basically they're using the data that is arranged, that is collected through the sensors that are arranged inside the cars. That is, a Ford is using up big data. That is one of the big applications of big data. Amazon collects all our user click stream data, and they are building one of the best recommendation engine. So as soon as you buy 1 2 3 products, the fourth product that is going to appear in the recommendations is most likely to be the one that you are looking for. So they are using this big data for building the recommendation engine. AT&T is one of the biggest providers, telecom providers in US. What are they doing? They are collecting lot of data, signal data from the users, from the telecom mobile users. Based on that, they are giving that data to traffic police so that they can plan the traffic. So they are giving this tower network data to the urban planners. They are using this data to plan the city or to plan the new infrastructure. Even traffic engineers are using it for the planning of the traffic or routing. Even from their users, Walmart is a supermarket, so they gather a lot of data from their users. Based on that, they come up with a lot of interesting relations and market basket analysis that will help us. Even there, they even find out some interesting patterns, like what is in common with hurricanes, strawberry and beer. That is what they are doing. So basically, if we actually look at big data, we can really use it for better benefits, like the way Ford is reducing the fatality of the accidents. Amazon is building the recommendation engine. These are just few applications of big data. There are so many other applications where we can take the data and then we can analyze it to improve the quality of the service or to improve the revenues, etc.